In this Circuits of the Past video, Herman will show you a compilation of his drone flights over several abandoned circuits and one operational circuit too. For those of you who don't know who Herman is, and where have you been, his full name is Herman Lischmeyer. He's the founder of the Circuits of the Past website and YouTube channel. In 2018, he got his racing mitts on a drone, and now he creates drone videos at racing tracks where he can. My name's Simon Smith, I do the voiceovers for Circuits of the Past. I have a gaming channel on YouTube called Higher Plane Games if you're interested. Herman made his first drone flight over an abandoned circuit in the summer of 2018 at the Reims-Gueux circuit in northern France. The Reims-Gueux circuit was a street circuit with a permanent pit and grandstand facility. It's operational between 1926 to 1972, and it hosted the Formula 1 French Grand Prix from 1950 right the way through to 1966. After its closure, the buildings were left abandoned for 3 decades. Since 2003, the foundation Les Amis de Circuit de Go have been restoring the buildings as a monument to the bygone motorsport era that it represents. On this YouTube channel, you can find a lot more videos from Reims-Gueux, with urban exploration of the pit buildings, including the creepy tunnel underneath the track leading to the so-called dungeon. We also have videos about the track layout and the restorations of the buildings too. After his 2018 visit to Reims-Gueux, Herman then went to England, where he would visit 4 operational circuits and 4 lost circuits. The next drone flight was on the abandoned Leyland test track. The Leyland test track was built in the late 1970s and opened in 1980. The test track was mainly used to test trucks and buses from British Leyland, but it was also used for rally stages. The test facility contained a banked oval for some high-speed testing, with on the outside a long straight for brake testing. Sounds perfect for public lobby racers then. There was also an infield track with a huge skid pan, several rumble strips, and a test hill with 3 slopes with different gradients. Sounds like a Wipeout obstacle course to me. The Leyland test track closed in 2005, and since then the site was left abandoned. On July 27, 2017, a plan was given green light to demolish the disused Leyland test track and build 960 new houses on the site. This was exactly 1 year before Herman made his first visit there. Today, the Leyland test track is demolished for the construction of the houses, so Herman arrived just in the nick of time. After his visit on the 27th of July, Herman went for a few days to Blackpool. And I hope you enjoyed the pleasure beach and had a Mr. Whippy, Herman. But while he was there, he came to the idea to fly the drone through a creepy garage that he saw on the site. So on the way back from Blackpool, he did an extra visit to the Leyland test track. This creepy garage was actually the place where the vehicles were inspected after their long test drives. When Herman filmed, it looked really spooky and could be a good location for a horror movie. The Ghost of Hanoi circuit past, anyone? Perhaps that's too soon. So, for the next drone flight, we move to the former Motodrom Gelsenkirchen in Germany. Herman took this drone flight in the summer of 2019. Motodrom Gelsenkirchen, also known under the name Almaring, was a short club circuit used for stock car racing for hobby racers and was operational between 1969 and 1984. Because of opposition from environmentalists and complaints about the noise, why do you move there, people? The circuit was closed in 1984. Since then, it was left abandoned. However, the track is still accessible for hikers, so in contrast to many other abandoned racetracks, this is actually one that you can visit legally. As you can see, it was quite hard to get good footage from the track from above because of the many trees that take over the site. For the next drone flight, we move to Zandvoort in the Netherlands, but not to the current racetrack. Also in 2019, Herman filmed the golf course in Zandvoort, which was part of the famous Zandvoort Formula 1 circuit from 1948 through to 1989. This was the infamous fast section in the back of the track. I say infamous because it was the scene of 2 fatalities during the Formula 1 Dutch Grand Prix. In 1970, Piers Courage died here, and in 1973, Roger Williamson crashed in almost exactly the same place. His car caught fire and Williamson died in the flames. After this section was abandoned in 1989, it was unused for a decade. When the current circuit was expanded in 1999, this section was demolished and changed into a golf course. Fortunately, the owner of the golf course was willing to let Herman film here. He even drove him around on the old track in a golf car. If you want to see that footage, I recommend the video Circuit Zandvoort Old Layout 1948 to 1989. I also recommend to bring a caddy. In September 2019, Herman went to the Nivelles-Baulers circuit in Belgium. This was also a Formula 1 circuit that hosted the Belgian Grand Prix in 1972 and 1974. However, after financial trouble, the track closed in 1981. After the closure, it was often used for illegal racing. Herman visited the abandoned Nivelles circuit for the first time in 1998. That very visit inspired him to start a certain website about lost tracks in 2003. Can you guess the name? No points for you, it was definitely called Circuits of the Past. Today most of the Formula circuit has been changed into a business park, but in 2019 there was still a small section that was abandoned remaining. So Herman decided to take a drone flight here. Actually, filming this section by drone was quite tricky because Belgium has very strict drone laws. Moreover, there's actually a police station not too far from this section. Better stay sneaky. After Herman made his drone flight, he actually wanted to make a second drone pass-through over another part of the abandoned remains of Nivelles. But, when filming an on-board on that section, he encountered the police. So he thought discretion was a better part of valour and decided to not do another drone flight that day. If you want to see that video with the police encounter, I recommend, funny enough, the titled video, Abandoned Racetrack Nivelles-Baulers 2019, Police Encounter. Here you see the rest of the long start-finish straight, but the rest of it is now public road. And the huge building on the left? That's the police station. At least we know where to send the postcards if a future visit goes horribly wrong. Our next circuit is an operational circuit for once. The TT Circuit of Assen in the Netherlands. In contrast to Nivelles, here Herman had permission to film and fly his drone around the track in the summer of 2020. The TT Circuit Assen is best known for the annual Dutch Grand Prix for the MotoGP. It all started back in 1925, with TT races on the street circuit in Rold. Then the Dutch TT moved to a new street circuit near Assen in 1926. In 1955, the old street circuit became a semi-permanent circuit, and in 1989, Herman visited the site for the very first time, but not to watch races. In those days, the central part of the track was a public road, with both permanent loops accessible to all. So many amateur racers would take advantage of it to test their driving skills on these permanent loops. That was the exact reason why Herman came to Assen. So, where Nivelles had the creative spark for the website Circuits of the Past, it was actually the TT Circuit of Assen which was where Herman had his passion for motorsport be born and come to life. However, Herman wasn't the only naughty boy or racer at Assen, and sadly there were some grave accidents that happened in the municipal of Assen, so they decided to close the circuit to the public in 1992. Since then, the TT Circuit Assen has been a permanent racetrack only. If you want to see footage of Herman that was filmed on that day, I recommend you check out the playlist with all the videos from Assen in it. In the late summer of 2020, Herman returned to Reims-Gueux, where he filmed his first drone flight over the circuit back in 2018. That day, he was a guest of the foundation Les Amis de Circuit de Go. This time around, Herman was able to take a drone flight over the abandoned section of the track itself. This section was cut off from the public road after the restoration of the N31 highway. the old back straight of the Reims-Gueux circuit. Today, it's only used by farmers as an access road to their cornfields. As mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video, we've got tons of footage from Reims-Gueux, with the exploration of the old buildings, onboard videos of the track, and even a special about the restoration works by the foundation itself. So I recommend you check out the playlist of the Reims-Gueux circuit for all the videos. The last drone flight that we've got to date moves us back to Nivelles in Belgium, where Herman made another drone flight before he came home from his 2020 visit to Reims-Gueux. Do you remember earlier when I said about Herman that he couldn't make his second drone flight because of the police encounter in 2019? Well, Agent Herman still had a job to tick off his list at Nivelles, so he came back a year later. During the course of that year though, an awful lot had happened at Nivelles, because they'd started to demolish the abandoned remains of the track to expand the business park on this section. This is a section Herman filmed in 2019 as well. As you can see, they've cleared out the old track and they've stored materials and equipment here for the reconstruction. A lot may have changed in the last year, but that police station, yep, it's still there. If you want to learn more about these racing circuits from the past, please visit the website www.circuitsofthepast.com. There you can download a free ebook about 7 abandoned racetracks that you can visit legally, so you don't have to look out for the police. For now though, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on the next video from another bygone circuit from the past.